The happiness be there when Ibibio, the rhythm takes control. Akwa Ibom, they celebrate as a whole. Let's come together. In Akwa Ibom, unity will last forever. Oh, in Ibibio, the beat drops in the air. Dance and rejoice. The happiness be there in Ibibio. The rhythm takes control. Akwa Ibom, they celebrate as a whole. They celebrate as a whole. They celebrate as a whole. Oh, oh. Then the beat drops in the air. Dance and rejoice. The happiness be there.
Thank you. Wonderful. Nakainin. All right. Okangin. Medio gambubreyo nyamem.
The rhythm takes control. Akwa Ibom.
Amen. I'm about okay. So, it's another special Saturday.
Let's dance and let it show.
Look, Akwa Ibom, I'm about to go back and for them. Amen. I'm no. It's the name me. In fact, I'm in tune me. I mean, feel so good. So, that is kind of feel member Ibibio. So, I mean, I'm a TT. You know, can you know the young name and you're through for. So, I need a very important program for them. Madam go so go usang. Kuku now. Well, we bow signal mo kanga. Alright. So, Mark and Boga Facebook borrow man for TT. Because a young woman abo yai dok kay Montero na too. And I make a generation I could gen see me. And these people joke. They are not coming to joke. And they are so inquisitive and they are smart. And oh, brother. Ay, atau to Ibibio, Samuel Edueno. Say, atau to get a good atau to Ibibio. That's all young fear. I know a sort of what that janky back yobe. I mean, good me wumbo, I don't even come. Oh no, fear. Mbara for riba by Ibom. Yaraba temenie awo. So nitoi kai tonga riba ngam unofien. So a young woman aribambame meronetoke and the girl is sincere. Then in yet saying do where the bangaron. And go very many people here misconstrue you. Now I came moiket. Nangaronebante aliens. The word aliens. If you are not talented, we can make good fear an alien. Alien edo a peculiar kind of people. And again, if you're ITAT, a kedi introduce ke atari wangbo. And on meditating ke ancient Egypt. In fact, aliens they might say back Ibibio land. Now, aliens they might say Mary Udofia Amedio. So song Udeme John Amedi. So aliens they might say Wagusong. Enwamawo. I tell me, I'm a alien. I get them mekenye Sebinam. Oman. Akbesong obogo wani kaniman. Amana do konye Sebinam. Etoko yenekbed walk ba. we can need young Benam immediately. But ke yaga yokam, ke namam boro, ke to go general, ayamana dakada. So now the girl about that may Oron to alien. Now, alien, I do a very wonderful name. I would equal Oron people. Now, before any introduction, young Nampo knowing about Oron people. When there was no road leading to Calabar, Oron served the headquarters, a commercial headquarters of Akwa Ibom State. A lot of business, Agasiba Akeron. Now, Oronomi ke MV Oron and MV Obudu, Agasibenewo from Calabar to Oron from there, Edok Moto, 80 some Uyo or Fokaitin and whatever. By that time, Mboy Kekoro, Calabar to Rorikiba, Eswenekina Mosongarukanga. That's a story for another day. And so, our sister here, our brother Samuel Edweno is here with us. All these are Oron people that I am specifically proud of. And before we talk about Oron, let me specifically mention Senator Victor Akan of the blessed memory. The unity, the wave of unity, Victor Kanagaben Nation, Akwa Ibom as a state. He don't say work by such a name. So Senator Victor Akan of the blessed memory, you have my respect. Because I will get the organ to Victor Akan too. But inside us, he was a frontline fighter for the unification of Akwa Ibom people. And then, I remember the Sacramento Estate, Agabopo, and long span industry, again, Yagatianam, Edibopomi, Victor Akan. Without Victor Akan, long span. And so, and a lot of others. What about Itamin Young? Itamin Young, Inspector General of Police. Inspector General of Police. Itamin Young without discrimination. From police. And a lot of people today in Akwa Ibom State can testify. Can memorial police because of Itamin Young. Ike na gufene nyaka bo ko say nyaka pass through. Beriki ya meet yon tetu. No, that was not in the mind and the mission of Itamin Young. Kubon on so wet comments. And then abong in imbebeng akomidong at ukangyan itiero. And so abong in imbebeng is stakeholder in this program. Because anye yem akbedo dem membong ubagasen anye kenna afregu ki songo kwa Ibom mediana ket mmena make mi wo songo do were adwo were bongbo get the dream has actualized. So arid apotoron komoron koma kwa Ibom ya itongon nemem.
Oren koevo video awaziyabang mevu. Ibibio isongo. Ibibio nyene medio anang ma. Ikoro basino ibo obolo mitri iya. Mbong mi komo frewo. Welcome to Nemembo Breyo.
Now let me explain this. But me kori bani Ibibio nkoro ron nkoro na ngediwa mbo siri wana ke program efenge because they are not ready to speak the truth. I remember one woman agatiega program me after the kaganyong nearly by wood in on messages in sina maditi etang. So I want to appreciate our sister Basi
Thank you, Doctor.
I embrace a new generation of the people of the land, and I appreciate her. So I appreciate the Kukwana, a new generation,
Thank you, Doctor.
return back. I kai kiba na maintain yeneke banga. So another important point, though. Okay, let's just say this. Without reference to all the writing history, Ami send the young Bangaron as a child. Do you know that without that open heart, without that love of oneness and unity, but the Oron people opened their heart and mind, Oron of those days. Menegisido come bomi. Etoi, Ibibio, Anna, everywhere. Because Nsigido the role of the Oro people. My move to Ibibio homeland. Eddie Iyam Barawa. I didn't intend it for Ubum. So that a get baby more the skill of Ukombo. Mbarawa nyinege di yong idaga mongo tiogo. Jidaga mongo kebeke. Yemme signs sisi walk ikbanyong. Because there are signs and me come boy di yong get food go. Okoy odi owongo. Awo do novice. Akpakip. So me signs here walk ikbanyong. Adobe one tum. Attack kombo kemongo te fien siu bom in fact feke bong yire because I'm already all these signs abana woda yira bakono you a kombo good dakada kebu yo mong a freven bore se ki banyong a meri yongo uroi kai kam me kero kombo kemong Akwa Akom Bogasm Ebugu Akobu. Now, never say you can say name and what me and do. Kebamong Abu Ikbobu Abamong Asagayan to Gobu. So, at your one at Imbem Boru. I'm Bem and Bobaga or Yubio. I'm Bem Bobang or Yubio. I'm Bem Boy Titi. Ibibini. So, Abu say Nduvesi idea. Akena moron Iwarida Iton to make a ronibo. Kenora tribe Adia Bariko Abu or Medi Adikoya. That is something to remember. That is something to remember. I don't know. Many a wiki grace Oron Nangakaba Kini Mv Oron, Mv Obudu Agasier Oron. There was no town in Akwa Ibom said as busy as Oron. In fact, Agbero Itoyin Ukaron Ometua. Agbero Itoyin, that is who's a Meron Okpa. Oron was like going to America. Civilization, entertainment. Panagban Barawan Beri Soima Young Mong and Bubreyu. The average yak surplus. Am I saying one boy? Just one evening, Kesoron, Indian Tumbo, Mbimbo, Udoiburumitoke, and when a woman walk among it young again the two by word of Yara, that yak, that one po, that they ready came. Fisherman suban do fit katemia do go tanye dro. You go tanye run do fit fisherman soup. Agbero fisherman subanye a come pokemon young odi. Had ben fisherman soup. A demi bomb. Ebo ya idea. Da. Anyone do was send me back and Benis Okpa. ya idi on that ke gbe bu akom bombo di donate yip ano wo ko for Ibom. In fact kemi bo ya isi ipari yip duop kodo mpo si do onye gidem aye yemete ye gbe ka si yip en abono e for ni dem ege for ni dem mgboro kenam no nyiri si koro mom para wa mbene so. And with a special appreciation to all the Oro people, because people from my villages, as a result of the training, I remember the toy tell me, for a mechanic, through the help of Oron people, Manatoro, young engine boot. I can continue to speak of Oron till tomorrow, because the economical strength of Akwa Ibom State are qualitative, Koron. So, you know it yet say work by now, you see, Mbariko in one is hear me. It is time for those things to go back to our we shouldn't formit it again, because it's time for forgiveness. But we cannot continue to live like this. All right. Let's return to history. According to that girl, he could say that girl me, and but can work as he get that girl can do innocent. That girl is innocent. Samuel David Mbogomeni Yeneka Hansen Mbok so songo Amedi. Now Mbok Bounton could say this girl about Kasi Kerenye. Ado ichuko yene woman. Ani esenye encounter make it on before ye bambam. Anagaba befrewu. Internet akbakiba. Iba was satisfied yene woman. Yambamemi. And yes, midi this program. Ibo yaidi borambamem. Interonagitu. Bangoton is said.
Okay. Efik and about Akwa Ibom languages, okay? Efik and Ibibio are all one language. Hear me out, okay? Just hear me out. The reason why I say so is you can hear just by listening that it's actually one language, just different dialects. That's why we can always understand each other. If people are speaking and people are speaking Ibibio are speaking, but we can understand each other because it's actually one language but different dialects. Sometimes it's a difference of Ado and Ade. If you get my drift, I do noted that there is some level of language speaking that is so deep that you don't know what you're saying. They don't understand each other because I, for one, never understood a word my grandmother said the day she died. I'm an Anang person, so I've noted that, but it does in generality feel to me to be one language, one core language, but I don't know which. I don't want to bring this conversation where someone's going to say, oh, all of which we originated from Efik, or all of which originated from Ibibio, all of which, because I'm pretty sure someone's going to come with history and going to say something without backing or proof. Let's not go to that conversation. That's not why I'm here. I am here to question where Oron came from. That's all. Oron. Every time I look at the map of nations in Akwa Ibom, the Efik Nation, for those who don't know, the Efik Nation covers Akwa Ibom and Calabar and Cross River. Cross River people don't know that for some reason. They seem to think Efik Nation is only in Cross River. I'm not even going to go into that. You can tell there's an unofficial map for the Efik Nation, so you can research for that. And when you see the official map for Efik Nation and you see the Efik tribes, the Efik villages in Akwa Ibom, you can tell why they are there. You look at the Anang Nation, you can tell kind of like, yeah, from your language or this, that, you can tell, people are living together, our languages are the same. The people that speak, is it Awaji? They always say things like Awaji. I'm trying to remember their name, but it's missing, it's skipping me. Obolo. Whether East nor West nor Obolo, the Obolo people, their language is, because they border rivers, you can hear that their language is a mix of Akwa Ibom language and rivers language. I understand it. I just don't understand Oron. Like, I'm of the opinion that Oron people are aliens. Not from space, obviously, but they are not supposed to be there. And their language is a mixture of Akwa Ibom language and something else, but what?
Now, Indian generation ketangiko generation imbogo inimado edism. Because I yas you take for Adibo itenge toke. I yas you kaku for a body tang origin. I'm going to be one and one. In one and the unke generation, I begin from Bamedi. Gen Z generation, you go generation of Yentiagamio. Because am I no item? A tensium go bonite. I mean, go. Ndeke, a gamba woman and what goes on the ke, say I gave you Gen Z generation. Idiga nyedoba. This generation, answers, and they need to see it. A word young occasion do pemba medu. Mbok yaganyeka. A word young occasion do yabo yenedo program. And nyeme I will contribute nteme. Ubudi young okay. Say yenedo Negasuk is a arrest topic. Atangiko banga map. Mabaron. Njaboriko mabaru. Atangiko banga language. Njaboriko language edu. Atangiko abanga self identification. Njaboriko. Young Tontum. I'm happy you are from Oron, so I don't know who else is coming in. Samuel Edweno, brother, I am so clear cap so clear. That girl is from Anang and a Kaikamo. Adokonyeke, all these tribes edo together. So saying it Tangabanga. A Kaikamo, Idu Wem. Imani kbenese borom bamin waimo. So abasiedi on madu. Adid idoko yejenbo kenang Ibibio ekedo ket. Now mado extend eke waroron bere yenedo teke nanga mo ikoni diemi. There is something that is not balanced. Ke map, especially yes young map. Then if you are tang language. Mpo ibaro ke yenedo yemi diyo. Ana yenedo yemi diyo. Proof. Iyeme history. So, iba history of we don't know yenedo. Without proving it, the girl is so rocket, and the way she is speaking, many flimsy excuse. And bear in mind that this girl is not from Oron. She is from Anang. And the only idea because we don't know anything about the mother. Atangiko banga a kai mo educate mo so that she knows where to go and where not to go. Our brother Samuel Edweno, Ikbaisong Samuel Edweno, a doubt opinion. Abokero Ukbabang are said to have entered Nigeria from the sea route from Usaredet. Correct. After Usaredet, two original waves of migration from Usaredet, they formed the bulk of population of the Oron Nation. Correct. The first relations to migrate to Esogoro were the Ibagi. Correct. But I don't say there is an error. Mabaron. I am explanation. Abaziyama Omoren. Peter Noah. Oh, Emedi is also 80. Because few days ago, maybe I'm bomb maintain you copy no idea. It always will you. Que generation of Bugido. Am I don't protest? Sia, is only idea, Mema. Onega idea is on my Yoruba idea is on my MIB, the Yamatedongo. For Yatang, because the story of Oron is so significant. And I mean, what Tangiko Bang, Idioko Bang around Yatrem for them. Because Oronike provide resources. Senyan Kemen Lana Kwaibo Mikisidia. Oron can provide training ground. Yang di Tonyan Zero naval officers mfenemi. Ediong on I walk. Because they were trained. The fishermen, they came back Oron. And most of the houses say Bob Ketui. If I tell you, what's the name of the other Mbagai Tui? Many of those people, like young lady Bobo Fok, 18 Yamabu, 8 trained. In fact, their internship, Akedo Karon. You cannot access Calabar without going through Oron. It was a popular commercial town. There is nobody Akaron as at that time. Abokemo experienced discrimination or any kind of hatred. If it is happening now, blame politicians. Because politics of 4 years, they already destroy a tribe for the next 200 years. And people destroy our tribes for political and economical benefit. Ida amantangami mbono wo sidia ufon keron Ibibio ma ingwana. O idia ufon ki Ibibio yena ingwana ke will rise up against this program. Because same mo against here idia ufon these people ma ingwana. Those things are more because they will consider me as a threat to this program. Maybe in the video, I'll get some people in my one. I'm making this well as me. Another nation is supply game bomb basi kanadu. It's so in here, come again, Ukraine one and Russia. Another nation more do double. The economical base and more. That idea any kokoro is so supplying bomb basi kan. It's so supply. Okay, that apart. Even I'm the young Iboro in Yayem took evidence, he said. Because I know the Yakat program. Yay took ancestors of Oro. Young Tang come bang ascension diagami. I make attention diagram. Eke Egypt to eke them get China. Egypt abam for them get China. Metropolitan Museum of Arts. Edibo publish body what nyan. Agbono kwai boom. Kempo memo iki yepe. Isero nangakaba. My Egypt. Mobile Foreign Museum. Mbakara get your pen for me. Because our people, brother, yeah, book I could have fitting poroma. But saying again is beyond. She's looking for a tangible evidence. So, go make up Kenya Tangabo. Kawoya worry with one kind of history. Aboya worry with what kind of history. So, young breakdown saying Yababedu. Ntong worry physically. Never never see a medio imaba on the Efik maybe like you've said, you need your girlfriend Ben where are you going, Mama? At this moment, Kak by fet Mbakara Kono came bomb young as at 14th, 15th century. A where it moy couldn't bomb young. Now, who say song bomb a yaket? Now I wait, Ibibio. Oron group. The other day, work up a good group. It looks like Usangan. But I need young that. Can I get go to said so our people, Eden bought them boy, okay, I will you on them. You know, I mean, in fence can bomb. Look at this object. This object, that's only taking me. That's only telling me. That's only I come. This object is so old that academy This is 200 years old or 1 million years old object. Now, Yamani one mufofen. And digit tongo Oron, the ancestor of Oron Adadu. Says that object about China. Because Britain might Egypt, I got China Egypt. Because King near Japan, this object, a guy gets some United Kingdom. Now I'm in Kobebuke, I'm an here to Makara get Japan border in my bang. And then you know what China Egypt? I benefere. Because in Tagam bomb, you can't get what China do that. Blacks, a China. So good say, I do room. Yenyame. Ayene. Of course, abong inimbeben. So song language said on song so song for your contribution. Because even said I knew him. Iman, I knew him. Ibesipo, I knew him. So it was just because he meet generally Ibibio languages. And yes, and I go be called on and you get on it down. No. Every one of us have a family to go. Yeah, have a family to go. Of goody. Adi, you get so young, say. For 2 basic bone, you don't say switch it to Usem. To go for For example, maybe who banks enemy. Mbo, you get who about 6 years and get crew by two. At me and me, okay. Now, that looks strange about the time go China. So the Chinese, my near background, this object again. Aka moiwa this object. Again, this China, bend this object, a study. And a study, I would like to say that Chinese history these objects physically. They study this object spiritually. About some information. To those of you who want to come with history, Ambassador Samson Akbanan remind me and Fenem of what happened in Britain. Kini Queen Elizabeth Akpara. Maru before Ibu of Maru, Edong Itiaba, Fiampia Edong Itiaba, Kekamebo of Maru. Utseri Sio Parayan. Princess Okodur Mvenmiri Dobo. Ekama a fiaidong. A year of fiaidong. A work a coronation. Ye kono you before the coronation. Eke your dong. Then a man benunen. Ndai raki kounen. Edwe bufano di ide memo. So it do Mundo Edong Disamagan Amafan border. That's all one yin. Okay, let's say that Kenyan get to Israel. Then October 7, Palestine would frame my young going in fasting. So that I was here or Palestine. Of course, Israel is like a fasting. I don't go to make your own fasting, Israel is no Palestine. Akbari young that Kewon dig it at Ido Kamba with Hamas. Keep word of more by now. Hezbollah. It's all a bomb. So, as Israel, you do. About Israel, you do. Mount Israel, who fought for your family, folk, before 2 hours. Israel, you am so, as Israel, and Israel, monogamim for them. So, gang in a bike are fasting. Now, I want to Yemen. Go making me. Who say song of the Yakat Ibibio people and group. So now, imagine Tangi call me. I see about table came me. They impose that. Can I Ibibio? And you Ibibio. I do a general consortium of communities and people. Can you get Bongo Jordan River Basin, Upper Jordan River Basin of Jericho? I get Bong Ibibio. I move into Egypt. And inside Egypt, they maintain the same name Ibibio. amongst the tribe, Bantu, they still maintain this name. And from this Bantu group, a more move. Eddie West Africa. Iki Kerega West Africa by then. Because even the name, Iki Kerega Africa. Iki Kerega Africa. Mbakari no nyenyenyedu. Because original name of this place, as Kebulon, the beginning of mankind. The mother of mankind, Africa. Mbakara Erikbo Ikon in Africa. The land of dark people. Mbakara di in Africa. And Ekbo Fien. Ebo that Africa Abere Kangwet. Ekangwet. Na nyini kere. Then any fiok. Nko. Organization of African Unity. Arikere African Union. Agbana change ngado. Emare ibere nyeng. Asene ke even kangwere basi. Abasi yeke no onyen. As Kebulon. Emani onyen. And agbado nyini media on when na nyini claim. I told you, I didn't a friend, Lord, look at Flora Shaw. And I can't take him, we don't make it in Niger area. Even mixed together, and yet from Nigeria. A girl friend, who had his don't of Senegamian. A friend may was zero professors for him. Ain't professor on don't to messing calf young di. Who cut that Kakman, I raise emotionally changing him. Eke good Kana, Cold Coast. Kana, I void it and memory go Cold Coast. Ek going to do. Etaki be Kerekana. Edi young say one. Ngao go Eka, I get Ivory Coast. Bono do young, Eda memory do Cote d'Ivoire. Ekbo. Now, Nsikinam, no more Pung Yangam. Ntemba Karake can pose in your media, Kegoro Yangaru. Nte Yake discover Ivory. Ke Cote d'Ivoire. I'm more than do Ivory Coast, so then Bakaram Fenedy, the young. Eke get gold, Kekana, Ebene good, Gold Coast. So Ravoma Yam gold, at yon teka. Zong di Oron. Njao get Keron. Now, go make it a Yemen. Say song of the Yaket, Ibibio people, Oron group. And what is the year? 19th century record. Came an edition and bomb yabamo, Moke China. Moke China. And I can am the Agazam China, British again war on a bo. Again war on a bo. I'm coming. That you know, so go by hearing go make a Figure fragment. Heredum. So the young okesem bomb okera Coron by then. Book in the young. But it might be bomb as long as 14th century. They took this object. Now, so song brother. Bantu mi ke fen nyiniki wongo. Fen nyiniki dongo ke bantu. So now, agbero yene so kobo yagadio. You don't go for a war at the same time. And that's what people should know. Migration, you can go general something, you go no. People move different times. All right. I gave me yares and meme. Mau yat, avo, say Tibao, Kenyamem, Mbakara, Kedi colonize Kenyan, Ebono evidence, onion. And yet, me jogi would me back here. I don't know anything about this object. Museum on there is a museum. I'm a member of that museum. This museum simply because this museum are pertaining to us. Say you say it do. Come back at my yip pocket. Says a yip me get a very young among. And came museum modu. Say I would do. The organ may make a 12th century. Keke ben gegeri yip. Ado. Ibibio people, a get group. I woke up and we go group mbong. Can you go so on your all the tribes? Ya yeri meal. I did say me come back at a wet group. A group of people. Ito idiyoki kombakarakba. Nkopana iboke a group of people idiyoki kombakarakba. But ke kwa Ibom sia because me good group. Ani do idiyoki kombakarake kwa Ibom sia. Mbosi sene modo kidemi mi yemedo. Ndong yareset. Adugo mo idiyoki se yareset do ino. Amo idiyoki se swawom fene no. They have no idea. They have no aswa swawo idiyoki gbubom sinama swawom. Uni yagi fiyo kubanga ses sinama swawo. So fukata kaya banti sungo. Yang nor. Kati Oron men say you can have a pen boss and water before Marankaisu.
Doctor, okay. I've was honestly, I'm giving me and Tiagami, near if young bang, if not for history. So, whoever okay history for no, I did reconnect back. I would eat young saying because without history, then you know me. You need be the young where we belong. You need be the young Mengponyan, Sembon, colonial masters, Eke Konoke young. But this generation, no, it cannot continue like that. Since so middle ready, like that my sister, Atonang, but she's interested in the history of Oron, and she made a point, Anang, Ibibio, the different the dialect Ado, Ade, and Ekwebi with Itango Sem Nte Eddie, Oron Ebo, Onu, or Alazom. So we are all one. So it is high time men can convene doctor for initiating this program, because whether Moema or not, we will keep on learning, because this is very important, so that we know our roots and we are ready to stand up to fight and bring back this peace, because it cannot continue like this. Kentaro Kara, awodi kika 4 years, eben 1,000, edi pop fini no e pop in nesa. Afo continue edi bo fenero, but they correct money cause it paid the onion, eben. So that yes, true. It can't never. So arise table to fight for our own right.
You are trying to.
Oh, oh, I'm sorry, doctor. On Zoom, over even promise home on Agoniqua. Even though I mean no man a very history morning game, but on me. Ididi inyu do vangamo. Ididi vakun living pomo moaba. Ku ima megebe the development is going in colonial masters equemo. Ege imangpo mo nye ne yon mpo mo maybe uforodi mpo mo maybe unyi mpo mo menne ya ndigi mani zonge la ege yibo private boni yon. So orinyi zikala nzizukini nzizukwe uye nge bakso ne bakava and igbune uye ne meba ile izukwa bani kwame no you know, because ganta ko baka de merero kamin si bibi amin si anya fafe ni nugi uzumuro ngomezem bokborone ubogara bak ono anyang oro ibi fafe ni nugi and doctor mbok nwidi covid guvangamo omovu odisia udo mbogomom because mbogomom mananga nyabi adini dinagi mabi ufo mabi emem ori so erigizang ni tongomom so ogro ni because akuminani nganyim back history oros gogono except nung denko kunzizok edie wangamio but kuntak program amo venem nzizok pomo tungiri wangami song oyene nzizukini nung dedeng bangudong nke so that be song mbak mogo because onunti man is unin dogi the generation already Yes. So Dr. Mbosojon.
Yang explain say for reward. Akodi America idagam. Bamba member Karabu Bafina people, where are you from? Bamba member Karabu, where are you from? Emma Obafian, where are you from for Nigeria? If only good. You don't have a language. Urokama Bakareba. Bakare yem, if we know more evidence. Akbon no kind of ribbon to Nigeria. They don't like that. I don't dear and so to language. Afo, best your camera, me what Fiani Dagam. As a matonga program, my neighbor, Ibonogation, I could become. As I'm talking to you now, my neighbor's more Ibonogation me. It's all it could become. Some I record. They record it. Then, HMN, ke language man MT80. The only language memo. Idiogi Bergam memo me do Spanish. Mbono Mexico me and most of them Spanish. And I want to surprise you. The American ambassador Agasokokbong Nigeria. Akop Ibibio. Akop Yoruba. Akop Igbo. Akop Eboke Okop language is Chaita. American ambassador. Because Afurino welcome ke Yaurat Fian Gudom ke American embassy. And I do able to cope at least 3 languages before for owner of Yeneka. ETF for or alternatively I do for Yadu able to babe. Usemi Bonudu. Now I'm in married or come more. Kento Ibibio. Mayor, what the local government chairman, Kukambamian Semian, Atemian Mufuido, the origin of mankind. Ikikeribokem, gay word of Moima. Iko se won bakaram bormiente, Ikai Keriboke wouldn't bufema. I mean, Dan Tumwang Bok say team. Ate, a terotemian, me make ready America me. Negre Bubere Sakuba Migidem. Obununian dito. Akpa generation me. A young in the already near another generation. If you ID near young in Anke, Utuman will say, it probably the memoria change. Keti war 8 generation of rank and get go bubre would he be doing bagara. I mean, Dantum, them. At a man, yes. Ke history memo, other that came Moida Army to Congo. Ke take more to Congo. So from Congo, I get all one. Ke Spain. Then I walk in Spain. May take them fin in your island. From island, I'm more the America. Beritaguke, Africa. And so, about this unity. It persists because, as I said, the hatred is a cause as a result of the wicked acts against each other in the early times of slavery, when young Akwa Ibom people were kidnapped and sold out. I think, all right. Never saw work. I'm come for participation. Now, ya item mika around you. Many kido rom. Originally, say Africa, ye record si bagi song, edi young bangaron. These people a warrior. They were professionally warriors. Nte yene kan yene tangi ko banga Sudan do. Afen yene ki baga Sudan. Am I propose I go Nigeria Sudan? One of the names they can propose Keriko Nigeria. I go Sudan. That's all goes and so, and the Sudan army, I know that Flora Shaw Kedi, I get Niger River. I get Niger River. I have a game of I suggest. Yeah, I go this country, Niger area, North Sudan. Afre wo yung already agree if you're more. Ebo keke kamido say code Niger area. So, it here I won't very suggest instead of Niger area, ya idea ni ko roke. E go in Nigeria. If not, I go Nigeria, quick get Sudan. Quick get Sudan. All right. I don't get the warriors. And my credit you side it. Nzigiri tepeko uside. I'm more dong. Ekere edgefara. Brother Ikwaizong Samuel Edwino. Moro bagi tiero. Pero moro bambok. Nyami se yang jang iko no kup. Iko nyeme na kup. Ana kup iko nyem. Ana kup iko nyem. Samuel Edwino, dear brother. Are you there? Mbin jang iko ntongo keke 16th century. Ngo yemi yon terror negatu. Yes. Brother Samuel, ama akobo wege koro ikpoto tong iboku. Ikpoto itong otong iboku. Because iboku akero yin ibom. So otong iboku akero yin ibom. So ikpoto akero yogo yin inang. Ekbe code ke history, ekbe mi run genealogy ere obi do. Ikpoto otong iboku. Ibom yogo inang. I repeat, ikpoto otong iboku. Ibom. Now, nkomenye nsedibom. Nkomenye imaribom. Iboku ibom. Anye soko kenye ebrutu ikikereke ifa. Awo itong boga di tepeke urwan. Urwan eri yongbo intangsio. Anye ki ko to jan. Itong boga tepe ke urwan. Urwan e boga ndufe bi kere ifa. Igwongo million. Ammo igwongo yongo ku. Urwan e ke koro mo ifa. And in other words, urwan e ke boga mo ifa ke wo. That leads to the word ifa. Ke mo ifa figure we bombo because the experience of urwan agedu. E tongi boy mbono urwan isi ongo yongo tongi yanga mbo. Urwan e bo mo yo. So that's the outcome of the word ifa. That's the outcome of the war effort. Iboku migrated. Mbonziki setelke kuiboku. That is true. Emuboven arabaka kuiboku ikorisia ana angadi bado. Ikorisia do na. So mbonziki setelke kuiboku. Egero isio family mvere yon move. Enyon uganga fokede aikoro Akwa. Mbono Akwa. Egedo popular traders. Eke na mambo ye. Mbore koro Portuguese. Amo eke nyamurwa ye Portuguese. Amo eke do pambon sito inikang. Amo eke cho inikang. Anyway, yang interior. So, Ikpoto tong Iboku, who had left Ibom and sailed down the Cross River before the departure of the main Efik stock from Ibom to Urwan. Being confirmed ke history, where the history. So they departed from Ibom and moved down migration route. So subsequent miscegenation. What other settling fishermen after obtaining the land from the Ibaka people at the beach in order to trade palm oil. Manebene yam. Palm oil ke jangami. So, I'm into Nset Ibom Idami. Ukukoro nyang mi boko ke abasyo dat fien, abasyo wam fien. Afoka na tang genealogy edu. Before focusing Ibom no mean. Why? Because may take them made work to do the genealogy. And even Mikibum becomes a problem now. And what happened in the times of old? Bible like book. Egwet ke Bible ngwerabasi. Ebo MIB nam. Non di tondo very idiom. Yang bufo. Esi itang. Nte ginegeto ye ginegeto. Idong mo kutong. Memana to emani tiaba. So etgo genealogy. Ingeniere. In a kegi wakabosong. For example, I can just link my genealogy like Joseph Rankin. Akpanakba Ibok Oduk Akpa Ision Ndebio Ituenebia Okuku or Somekbe. Ntema Tongiro or Somekberu. Ekberu Yara Kadakunfen, Manadakunfen, Adakunfen, Ayakedok Kibumum. And that's how it works. That's how it works. So now, Isi Ibom Amaba. And we should not forget Ebru to Ibom. Ebru to Ibom Ami. Anyero item me forgo. Ebru to Ibom. Atong Iboku. Atong Iboku Ibom. Atong Iboku Ibom. Anyero ite Oron no. Now, if you're Ibom, Anyero item boni biono. Imani Ibom. Isi Ibom awimba pisi Ibom. Isi Ibom ado. Ndi tomoido ekoi. Amoido ejakam. Amoido uyanga. Amoido akamba. And so on and so forth. Nka yamitangi ko mbanga awo kepuko. Oronite uke. Now, some mini ni yak pene ade keboko. Young mention boked aketebeke. Young mention boketebeke ke ede gusaride. Isankwele wong chibon. But I will media organizing the meaning of Isankwele at your wong chibon. So, I better make it a chibon. Kena, I get a garon, I get a Ibibio. Ntagama my kere, I get a chibon. Nei Efik. Bodat. Ke chibon. Ebru to Ibom. There was no Efik. There was no Efik, brother. There was no Efik. They were called Ebrutu. And then, I work in no more alias. Who ran again and forget no more, and more young field. And so, I work young alias Ntum. So, it is Ebrutu. No. Cool friend that along the line, their brothers say, do. Imagine about me, boom. About me. All right. The truth is that our grandfather, Amaro Ibanetiti, and I became my work. Am I work 80. And so, imagine about me, boom, and many on the to about them. They come just many or many like any young about them. Many more. So, those are the descendants of about me, boom, Ebru to Ibom. And so, now, Ebru to me, you go near Fere was sitting on Efik. Because they got the course. I told me, I can Bon Creek Town me. Bon Creek Town me isn't a get to about me bomb bed. Although to go and when I might bong, Uruan, I can join the Moy to Guinea before I managed my great and yon Telom in front of me. And my great Engwang, Moibaga Calaba, Engwang, Moiba can dem Moy on front of me. Migration Akedon tau fon fien tedi kandidia idea. You migrate towards that area. Then umau kandidia udia. Mau kandidia udia ndion fori tamen ndion. Hari kiroko ndi tau sobo kum temo idong mi. Na ke si na maru. For example, man banga idong ay kuro ikorimo kenserubium. So ikorimo left my own family. Ramana kendi kerero. Eboke memo yem a Newfoundland. So the Newfoundland, amoy was so the family bless them more. So ede no more. Aseleng ni tomo. Say yaganyonie. I don't isang. And then getting to where it corons the rubium for them. They found a land. I will make it on okay. So more you might tell me kaya do it because I get umau kan woro kai. Umau kan woro kai. You can expand as you like. You can the ability to clear the forest. The ability to clear the forest. I can do the paramount. Because woro kai give me ana kekbe mbono fen. Anon did I don't get for woro kai. Nturu kan wood akayu kutre. Now you can don't ru. So anyone work to discourage woro kai. So now you don't get here my woro kai ma. Because you talk I am in Tangamina I guess ye would. Udo coffee and Puro Kaya Ruda. Edom committed for 7 years. Edom to coffee. And then Isongo do Manium Bri. Boy Corumbri. Layers of years to years. E Congoges Yagabega for Isongo do. Up for to Yabate was sang a gefum. Such that Omautem Akaya do ma. A young man I didn't fanafin. Kedi dog Isongo me. Ndepe membri yedon sio yangadi edido se wo edidongo. So like I said, yeah, brother Samuel, you are right. Ebru to Ibom anye kedo ike no mbone for them. Ebru to Ibom mo di young Akpakip Oro and so on. So isi Ibom, I repeat, isi Ibom do ikoi edo tam. Department Raro, isi ISI, isi Ibom, Ibom Gagaru. So the central name we are talking about here is Ibom. Now, I know about what they were telling Ibeno and Andoni. Andoni, Eri war migeron, a spread. After I moved from Edgafara, Keusara did Edgafara. Now, Oron go. E young it's a faratoik a run of war. A word in a kid young, he call me, he tell me bang a fara. Now, begin to check those areas a farabaka quaibum. A for the young that get all a fara people, it'll work it. And if now the fara people go to Fred Bonzido fara, and young again near, he call a ferry young for me, don't get a fara, you come. Memoy kere afara. Bama woya rakada. Ateke mo Ibibio. Because decide ari nyong itiem fen kedongo expand. Isong ike me wo se dongo ba idu fake boko okay nyong igwongo. Ndu fak isong because it retien dege iteme ka yadu. Dongo idike me wo ite okay ya expand. Awo nyong wo. Anyongo alit ibana mo. That is the reason I see the ibana work. Udo ibana work akedu to they help you. Get the planting. They help you. That's why I want to see any come by court. So ibana gesi namdi toy koromi. They form an alliance. Adu iban do. Ay toy kore no wan yemfen. Mbongo yung kai no womfen. So they were hard workers. Our forefathers were hard workers. So, I want to know kutyomi wang usiere. Ati nyong idi nkaniga itio geregonio. So, ufanga digna gossiping igibara. There was no gossiping. Ane mai na mutomism Sunday. For basiki baga Biden. Because esi kaingwang usenu for basi. Ado ikbo njoro kemba karediko the Council of Ibibio elders. Ebo mbok. Yak the elders. Yem strategy. Sebi nam yak memoini e woke church. And mbakara miki promise ke that ke memoya nam nyini di yokbo. They came as friends. They came as people that want to help us. They came as people that want to enlighten us, but with another agenda. Mori kono resources nyen. Now, msinam yang mawarono mfana. Akedo yidi yokpo ano any territory. Imi participate kege slave trade. And now run Edo the only people Miki yaman di tomo. So, mbakare blacklist oron. Mejene do soko kobo. Sinam no mabaron. Ani mfana. Mbakare blacklist oron. Ekai bakai na map. Ekoro mo Tom Shot. Tom Shorodu. Ado wambakara get songi wori tieti. Tom Shot. Thank you. They do have annual festivities of all of Akwa in Akwa Ibom and Cross River. Abasudi young Fian. Fredo. So Tom Shot. Akedu. Awambakara. Kesongi wori titi. And Ammo Ibeno and Andoni. Edi know the people of Oron. Because Oron might oppose with all their blood. That get to a moikba. It was a taboo. Am I walking biam? Am I walking biam? Never enough time at it and go to young biam, Saron again, am I walk to? Am I walking in the biam? I to go boom, biama to go. The other men of the yoga ba biama ronini again. I do it baby biama do about 10 more in them. Am I tongue tangico record? A brave walking is a requiem, no, you nekamba will make it boy titi. Because Mbiamadu Abayan igini somewhere, as you be no titi. Am I been in Biamedi? I want Yedi Kiyam Bow. A word of Yaka Yadi Wongam. Kaba a young one, drop of Biam says, young one. I did a caron. I kept up say good at Tabrinya. That is young Biamanum. Am I tea cake by Mason? Ekbemegegisen MIT more Freddy Roy. A take care of the King Yangamato. Come on, do get Tabri Yangadi. I'm more taking zero Tabri Yang. I'm more oh, Kawayak for him. So, Mama Freddy war. I made you to the surprise of everyone in my village. To the surprise of everyone, Mama go down. It would recall what in a Kenyonami. A bubble. Equal way beyond the honorable K. Bredumi. Could recall Yamado Bre. Mufana Cabo came on your pen bomb. I can now record my word. You're negative a man young Bemadema more. Abo itemo Yaokari say, Babadi, the Ikidis cause. For the first time in the history, Fanado Cabo ite, who yara said, Kima yep board, keeping one, came on booking one on Yemi. And that was how it ended. Our people, AK-45, afraid Wokembiam, Mbauru Sonso, Mbauru Yamagu, and a kind of Mbiam. AK used that day. Mama Wakama, I got to go capable of an Inama Wo York. A York, bonity, a can balloon, equal balloon. Then Umaupa, a we yaka obok fien. Ekbok bogo to would able come boundaries. Because that person has become an accursed person. Some bakarege can bomb me. A young that to penetrate Ibibio. I'm more get missionaries. It's a subway with Bible. It's so big with Bible. That's why I'm going to read down. It's all I'm editing the Bible. See, I tell you one boss and more with the Bible. Am I now a lot of mistakes? So it's so big in Bible, lady. See, I need to go make bonum bo. That ke, ya young ibo, nyanibo, keba abasi. I'm memo young ibeni diamo. And our forefathers opposed that abasi. I'm more a long term project.
Okay. Efik, Anang, Ibibio are all one language.
So now, same in Tangbangadu. Kembakara like Obong in Imbebengamatang. They came to disorganize our civilization. Egayem raw material nyen. Iba heaven ba keri bono do iki watanyin. Because akbedo heaven edi aba di America aba ifa mu war mbabia wegbe ya dok heaven edo. I mean bofian ke heaven eba. Atau for pasi so many of their churches here. Okporo otebubere wu. E usi oge sione ke mbamedene no wodi tie mefomo. Kini ndi bi o mimbo yanka for basi. E no what tie memiemo for 3 months. Madi din tomo wodo baba di loko for basi. Madi na wodo adikiti memiemo. Ana tie ga mi tie ke style nge kere mboga si ngokom. Noron tie le wom venedi. Then Yakobino Ambomien ke wodo ke kobre koromo. Ke re koromo. Ado that ke ama rebe wo is in a yaga prison. So came on Yaiti and Menyamos for some months. So they say it was at that place came in the young that gets Yandugo Bubere wo. I don't forget about him in Bakari Bonga that came no item at him Memiamo. Ya I say now be behave. Idem again yang. It did him Memiamo for 3 months, John. Adakara. I know get on him Megwung Fenemo. I say I go no tea and one. No tea and one. It's all check. It's all for no women for more. Simply because okay, heavenly family ba. A friend Ibom Anang Oron Ibibio. Friend do make out for Abasi. Okay, ya get great heaven run. Abobasi great heaven run. Atebasi great heaven Ibibio. Atebasi great heaven and I'm better Obasi Yemi Kangsi for it. You don't often do because that is nonsense. That's nonsense. So I do. Say I would do run, I would do now. I don't do. Maka Yaki decided no basi. But there should be 7 heaven or 9. 1 for if 1 for run, 1 for Mboki young tangiko. He young tangiko. So again nama fun bombi. Manaturu. It is organized. Nyenebo mboidia. And let me tell you. Mboro media okem boy my be tang I take a given ufong where is ogin. Ufong where get a strategy. Ufong with a get a strategy. Strategy number 1. I select nitonyin in your gamo man, I kick babe nitonyin na moy do wem. So that nyini ibate mongo. So that nyini if very bon culture yin, if very bon civilization yin, if very bon na nyini giba. Iya for one yiniki season, it won't. Then it changed. I want to tell you. Get on one for me. Then a woman of the email change and near young baby. Who don't go on doors one. A divide in your mega. A year one, I take Bogoyan. Whoever change your name, civilize you and colonize you. Wetson a better make out with Wetson. I would you get you book of feeling. I would do he made young bun for ba. I would he a man and for continue ba. A tidy one black say given redeeming going on in my bed and more the agent and more. Ebo never forget a Macasson. And never forget a Livingstone. Itiara do wem. A good over we be okay. A young for Itiara do wem. I had dog. The men in my shoe toning. Yaris rivet. Ida me ya mo it is your living tune. Share go mbakara no ite my name is living tune. It don't get a living tune. Ya mo yinu kang yini te forget Mr. Flower. Anya ne menye ki wood oh my name is Samuel Flowers. Ukata na nyini ba. Nko ike bo ite di tongu foko basi. Eso I say bo Holy Ghost fire. Eso I bon Holy Ghost fire. Ami mbe di tongu Akwa Ibom fenem ndi tongu foko basi. Ndi mbo members ken nyini bi na mu foko basi edo ki ko kang nyin. Ayo ma do mbubre yo frin nyini lo. Iya ibong nyina we bong Holy Ghost fire. Ya ibo idi sana igbo ikang. Afre we bo ro men. Idi sana igbo. Ejemen. Idi sana igbo ikang. Ejemen. Afre fara nam foko basi do ibi fege. Itoko ibu fege. Idigo ito. Why? Because I mean Mary ben born and memo ki kombakara Holy Ghost fire. Nsemboido holy. Edi sana. Nsemboido.
Edi sana.
Nsemboido kus.
Ekbo.
Nsemboido fire. Ikan. I mean
Ikan.
Edi sana ekbo ikan. Afre we boro mendio. Edi sana ekbo ikan. We demendio Holy Ghost fire. Mo fre we bo ikan. Kov mene ya in sponsor ya in good. Police ya idi mom. Kebo fre wo. Ebi bo amaka ufo edi sana igbo ikan. Ado edi sana igbo ikan. Now. Forget na igbo no ye gwa ya nyini wo. Gwa ya nyini wo nye di yok tutu. But Jacob, go Holy Ghost fire, my name. Oh, I name to Holy Ghost fire. I would Holy Ghost fire. And I will frenyen. Kuma kun por ubo ya kan na me we do ngo ko basi. I will frenyen ke boro. I will frenyen ke pam bai boro. I will frenyen ke pam bai boro ko fo basi. Because he come back and called Holy Ghost fire. So I never yakinwa. Better friend him. I call Holy Ghost fire me. Kedo a clear invocation of the spirit of Mebamba.
Of ghost.
Of course. Edo a clear invocation. And sinam Egbo Hobi Mbone get bara, Mbone Garangwit, Ege go become Bakara. Abi do my call Holy Ghost fire ma moiro. But I mbori miki kopo. Miki kopi come back and young ekba. Mbono di bugidi. Because he kopo self-otan. So mbakara change na nyini bongo kamesi ni come bakara. Mbaga tudu. Afo bongo kama no metete mo. Ani no itete mo. Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. Ani no itete me. Ituene bi akuku osomekwe. I mean, did I say function code Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, not in the young Tayan? Wherever Sietan Kobanga, Abasim Muso so. But Mekon, wherever say, and essay can I call it Tiedo, Eke Kobi Koibo, Abasim Muso so. I did remember the book of 2 Kings. I traded them, Kakero, it would. Then the prophet came back at that time. I don't go Christian. I go yarim fango. The prophet Old Testament and okay Christian. But okay, ya can I would you know. I go yari to it here in fangi. The prophet Old Testament and go Christian. I'm more freak Christians. I do young dog. I can no rumbun seeker Christ. I can talk him. He don't go to talk him Antioch in Turkey. Every that even Kenny Jesus there was no Christianity. I go ya what him fang me in Irakam. Even a young code Satan. Can they tang me? Now, I want friend that kept prophet o kebu. Kebasiebu. I didn't able to book do as I would do. Jaibu on your kedu meditate him. A kedo edu meditate him for. Call your culture me. Call your culture. Mbakare this year. For a total destruction of our land. A total destruction of our land. Bakari Isiokok organized the world biggest festival of art ke Nigeria because Nigeria ka fanamo. Nigeria ka fanamo. And the world biggest festival of arts. So menso kegeyem. Benefit sompo siba ke shrine irong nufu. Everything. Oh, Bakare Yang Nigeria. Bakare Yang Nigeria ke 1974. A free were including my village. Ebiomo free bo. Segenie another West African countries. Were ready. And yet telephone first tack town Kelekos. And yet first tack town. A free would you keep up that town in Ibonu do it. That was how first tack town started in Nigeria. First tack 74. Edi momien dai to go yeren get when momme beneka iten gebri kun yon kakai do ma tim bakari kono television edi fen por nzenga yon tong ebri kun ting feeding comment no ko nzenga ni fyong baga a fre fet kana e beni sum boy de benine beni sum boy de to ko ne de a fre fri do ko no boy di. Then Bakare Tekeki Kwengeke, Emanesio another world festival of art and culture. Enem get Karuna, Enem Kate Kelegos, 1977. If you have another festival village, Msigi Tepin often Bosiki Benika Yaru, Bakare sees a fan board of Ever. Ebenidon Ken Songikan, a young homo. Then Yang bakara tem mi ma utangi ko metem metefien ken yang bakara ikitongo kemfen mbori Ibibio songo pero ba wo bogi mbebe yagab Oron kedo disorganize bakara ke disorganize Oron because Oron ki mari yami fon Oron ko break ke yemmo so mo ma Oron tutu sen fene me meten yoyo na ke tongo languages. Maybe I should say this or I should not say this. Our forefathers were more spiritual than Yeni Bonogami Infinite. Our forefathers, being as spiritual as I am talking, I might need abilities to do whatever they wanted. Mary Kingsley, in her journal, aware that came out of meeting. Our war on ya walk it yet among at the meeting. Came me get to for. So census say me conduct as at 1836 and 1837. So census is successful because how we kid young okay. So wait on okay too. So wait on okay mong. So wait on okay tiari say go on get ready. And that can memory the young make sense of somebody is successful one. It seems like Bonsi don't get yet, he walk off ready. Casey one tung tuk, Barbaro, a ID wood memo. Some Bonsi don't get yaraku, Edum Bonsi don't come more. That came on me sang a young one. He's only one I didn't name. Aka Wakarok Mongy boy more good night. I don't more young. Oh, Ibibio is songo. I said, name would. Ibibio is songo. So now, even Bible lady 88 Tefian Swano, African board. America, mi upudi ububoke, imidama 80 di wood eagle. America, 1000 fien, can life imprisonment, ke di wood eagle. Sinam no America, ikbono eagle. Ukuboke mo imin idam mi boko, uma udok America. Una mammo ibogo fien. Kedo national animal in memo kagatu. In fact, uma udok America wurewa. Pero me yemikpa, nyedo do mfanam fin. Then okang ine yaw do fien. Ke fen boru. Ken do fido me punundem afo nyamme. E jangse ke bono afo nyamme. Because ideme mo yaya, go make it anyi ideme mo kana kemfu. But for frenyen that kickbox ideme ba sekuno odo. Kem anam bakari yejerenyen. Ikbox idem nyene mi ya withstand udongo. Ikbox idem nyene medo able to withstand to udongo akedodo. So to udongo ko wo. But ikbox idem nyene mo ini. atai to pon to mayo kwenekeda Afrika ide modu afungu mfana tongo usoko wawaka ikpo ide mo wawaka ayero se fenge ka ofo ibok etai de mo atai de mbakara eni mfana ide titi de na wo ya song isen mfana megede bi bokudwa ari wanga dong ke drum asene aso ide me mi mana turu so go bubri ide me ba seke no go nyemi ide me dugo suto udongo gbedi suto kuro gbedi suto mpo gbedi ipa ikpe ba seku no ipa ikpe ke yara mfene mi agbedo nyini ki ba ticket tortis ipa ibo ya yara mpo ba siki sen nyen do ki de mi sio ki ba o fon mpo ri ya ki isang isop beda ba sen o iket mpo go do ke dem so that I cannot resist my enemies ekpe ma kai mo mi kri takaro e fagoro sene ekpe ye ro ma to ni kri to mi kri ro na to ri kri ro na ekpe ma nyora ka ikre ma na tong isanga mo a fre fet se ba se ku no mpien ko me bi ara ma fyong ibok na mbakaro ma fyong ibok so da ma wo song a wo to ro mpong doctor mo nyong ba ku fyong ibok ngo furu ku tie doctor mbok nkeri test Doctor Timmy Mutes Fienu Karemo ke Yagba Bang Bangogam Gayam Diaria. I thank God for doctors. Yeah, continue. Ini kwenye ke time aka mago bongi maidi boro meni make it we have not finished. You need to run families kanga. You need to families see make up run kembom. Tangiko ibanga oro in particular as a group. So you need to call the sub families kanga. Mbong maybe you can sub families. Ya for pepe me mamma get to muso so your ancestors say ya no. Throw me.
Yeah, borong bong.
Ando instrument. Amo yung no if you're me. Yang tangiko. Mbong kam. Nanga sigbinam yen iriana kid. Added basi. Tayo na ro. Angwana ro. Boki ko ise. Kaugang yun. Kiyanyo.
Oje bari oro yan bok izoso ngong bongudong mbok ese bang men bongore monsieur di game Ibibio songo iya mbok izoso ngong bangutong mbok emaye no nyinu kemine men bong anang ma iya idonga jinbo bong kani ka usokit yung ibaye nyen bok izoso ngiti basidiong doctor sosongo
Man, mi ati waram pokoran nememi. Ikpai song. Joseph Rankin. Bani bok. Pasion. Ibibio. Tuenebia. Aguku somekbe. By the special grace of God. Akba nemenyang Mario Paramount Ruler. His Royal Majesty. Obong Tuenebia. Aguku somekbe. Abo inimbebe. Isong. Ya isong rukana.
Canison. Cielo. Bye.
The beat drops in the air. Dance and rejoice. Let happiness be there when Bubeo. The rhythm takes control. Akwa Ibom. Let's celebrate as a whole. Let's come together. In Akwa Ibom.
Ibom.
The beat drops in the air.
Yeah.
The rhythm takes control.
Rhythm takes control.
Let's celebrate as a whole. Let's celebrate as a whole.
Celebrate as a whole. Pray you. Dear. Yes, so. Asende.
No, I need a Fredo.